knowing that people see the world differently, man. Like, and there's a reason that someone sees it that way. And instead of just saying the way that they see the world is bad and the way I see the world is good, or the way they see the world is wrong and the way I see the world is right, saying like, oh, it's interesting that they see the world that way. I wonder why. And as I've said this whole podcast, if you listen to what other people have to say, they're going to listen to you more. If you say, shut up, you're wrong, they're never going to listen to a word that you have to say. Mm-hmm. But if you say, hey, what makes you think like that? And they explain it to you. And instead of you trying to figure out where they're wrong, try and figure out where they're right. And in most cases, there'll be some kind of common ground. In most cases. Hey, are there some people that are just evil? Yeah. If you're ISIS or you're like a communist, it's probably going to be hard to find some common ground. But if you're in between those, and I guess, like I said, you can say ISIS, but most people, if you say, oh, you got family? Do you want your kids to have a nice place to live? Almost all people will say, yeah. Almost all people will say, yeah, well, I want them to, be healthy. So at least we have that common ground. Now, so if we look for that, as opposed to looking for all the reasons why I should hate you and you should hate me, that's not beneficial. So, and I think social media amplifies a lot of that. And also social media is not real, right? And so people will say, our country's so divided. Yeah, on Twitter it is. But I talk to people, I travel all over the country. I have a leadership consulting business. I work with companies of every description. Energy companies with people out on oil rigs, construction companies with people pouring concrete, finance companies in New York where they're doing deals for billions of dollars, and everyone in between. And the vast majority of people that I meet are like, what are they focused on? Oh yeah, they want to take care of their family. They want to do a little bit better at work. They want to make some more money. They want to be healthy. That's what people are doing. And it's very strange that we forget about that. And as I travel around the country and I meet all these different people, I see people that they have common goals. They have common goals. And if they have the same common goal as me, how we get there, we'll try and figure out the best solution. And I don't see a lot of that. If you say something that I disagree with, I hate you. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't bode well. But like I said, I think for the most part, that's online. Now look, you can go show me, we can go look at riots in the streets of people that are, actively trying to hurt other people. Like, okay, yep, you're right. There are people that are out there on the fringes for sure. But that's a small group. There's 350 million people in America. You want to show me a riot that has 3,000 people in it? Yeah, that's bad. But it's not America. Mm-hmm. And so I would say, open your eyes, open your ears, listen more, try and understand other people's perspectives, try and figure out where you can agree with them, which can be difficult, but usually you can. And if you can listen to what they have to say and ask earnest questions about what they believe, a lot of times you can figure out, oh yeah, there's some common ground. I understand them a little bit better now. And maybe I can move a little bit, and maybe I can help them see something that I see because they actually want to hear my perspective now.